My name is Dick Valentine. I'm in the band Electric Six. You're listening to Mixtape on Radio Fremantle. Socks are kind of a deal breaker. Like if you can't get to the laundry and do socks, and you can't get to, and there's no time to go to the store to buy socks, you're gonna need the venue to get you some socks. The lyrics for "I'm the Walrus" just I thought were so funny. Like I was a 4 or 5 year old kid. Man, you've been a naughty girl. You let your knickers down. Like, yeah, it's funny no matter what age you are. I was trying to figure out what the hell is a semolina pilcher.
This is the Mixtape Podcast. I am your host, Mark. If you enjoy this week's episode, please feel free to rate it 5 stars wherever you listen to your podcasts. You can find over 140 archive episodes just by visiting themixtapepodcast.com. And there you will also find the link to my Mixcloud. On the Mixcloud channel, you can also hear the music that my guests pick for their mixtape. Also on the website are my social media links and YouTube channel. You can find all of that good stuff at themixtapepodcast.com. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope you enjoy this week's episode. Hello and welcome to today's mixtape. And this week on the show, it is an absolute pleasure to be chatting once again to Dick Valentine from Electric Six. How are you, mate?
I'm tired, but I'm really, really happy to be here. I find that when I do interviews, it perks me up, it wakes me up, and then I could do 4 more interviews.
Excellent. Okay, we're talking about Electric Six Greatest Hits Tour coming back to Australia. You're playing the Roseman Hotel in Perth on the 12th of March, and it's Freo Social on the 13th of March. MetropolisTouring.com for tickets and info. You're a pretty regular visitor, Dick, and the last couple of tours I think sold out. It seems like Australian audiences can't get enough Electric Six, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of pent up demand over time. We came in 04 and 05 and then didn't come back again until, what'd you say, 2023.
Yeah.
So yeah, doing the math, that's 18 years of being pent up and just, like a volcano, like a geyser just waiting to burst. And y'all is still bursting right now.
Yeah, no, for sure. Do you find Australian audiences maybe differ to audiences around the world that you play to?
I don't know about that. I mean, we are definitely a niche band. Nobody strives to be Electric Six, so we're not competing with other Electric Six clones or wannabes. Therefore, I think wherever we go, we could just kind of attract the same sort of human being, which is a very diverse sort of human being. We have young ones, old ones, all types, and then they all come together. And yeah, I mean, I don't know that Australia differs, let's say, from Sweden or Mexico or anywhere like that, but everybody seems familiar with the material, and then they want to meet us after the show and buy us beverages and drugs. So I mean, it's all the same, and it has been for 25 years, and we're just some of the luckiest people on earth. So what was the question again?
Do Australian audiences differ from overseas audiences?
I don't know what makes you unique, but there's a uniqueness there, and now that you brought it up, I'm about to come on tour. Maybe I'll do the legwork and actually figure out what makes you guys so unique.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Awesome.
I'll actually stop and smell the roses and think about it a little bit.
Talking about stopping and smelling the roses, there's a few days here and there on the tour that are sort of blank at the moment. Will you get out and see a bit and do a bit of sightseeing and stuff, or are you mainly like a sound check and hotel sort of back and forth?
Oh yeah, no, that's the plan. We definitely definitely see some of the cities we're in. Definitely do some running. I mean, it's been a cold winter here, Jack. It's been real cold, and I haven't had a chance to run. So I'm definitely planning on bringing the short trousers and doing as much running on the beach as I can.
Excellent. Yeah, we're just coming out of summer here. I was away at a music festival at the weekend, and it was pretty chilly overnight. I'm not going to lie, in the old tent, but yeah, it's certainly warmer than where you are. I'm sure.
Yes.
When you look at the greatest hits set list, Dick, how do you feel when you look back over those songs and the career that you've had? Like looking at the songs, like do you pride, nostalgia? How do you feel when you think about those songs?
Yeah, both pride, nostalgia, and just like, every now and then you realize they're great songs, and I never get sick of playing them, and this band has lasted so long, primarily because I enjoy being in it. So I write the songs that come naturally to me, and so yeah, that song like Gay Bar from the first album, or like Child of Hunger from the last album. I mean, they're all just bangers, and I just whatever song is in front of me on the set list is that's the one that I'm just into at the moment. And thankfully, we have about 500 songs to delve into, so it's a great band to be in if you like Electric Six.
We spoke about your extensive back catalogue in the last interview. I think at the time we spoke, it was like an album a year, almost average since the early 2000s. Turquoise was your last album. Any future plans for another album of new material? Is that in the pipeline?
Yeah, we're slowly working on one, but we have maybe 8 or 9 demos at this point. I have a solo album coming out this year, so there's that. Kind of tied people over. But yes, the band is I'd say 8, 9 demos deep into the next album, and just we all have kids. That's the thing. That's why I'm so tired right now. It's the kids, and just if when we can make our schedules work to actually record, we do it. It's just few and far between. So.
Yeah, I had a question about the solo material. I had it for a bit later on, but since you just mentioned it, we'll jump into that one now. With your solo material, what do you feel is more representative of Dick Valentine, the person, the man, the solo stuff, or Electric Six?
That's a good question. I mean, obviously, the solo stuff it's more distilled me. I mean, I'm playing 99% of the instruments on it at a pretty poor level. That's the thing about when you hear Electric Six. I mean, I've written a lot of those songs, but they're played by much better musicians than me. But the solo stuff, I like getting in there. I like playing the drums. I like, playing rudimentary bass lines and stuff. But, Electric Six, a lot of the music is written by the other guys. So it is like a smorgasbord of sounds and ideas. Whereas if you're listening to one of my solo albums, you're basically just getting me.
And if you had to pick one Electric Six song that you think is like sort of secretly sort of your best bit of writing, but doesn't really, it's not one of the hits, not one of the singles, what's a deep cut of yours that you would like?
Yeah, we have a song called "I Never Fucked Her." That's probably it. That's the one. It's off the album Mustang. I think it's a great piece of writing.
Fantastic. I get to give me a language warning stinger, a little bit of a workout on this show. For sure. Brilliant. Love that one. If 2003 Dick Valentine could saw you now, what do you think he would say?
I mean, I think I don't really feel that different, honestly. Like, I mean, it's gone so quickly, and like, so in a lot of ways, I still am that person. I mean, obviously, things have changed. You look back, this has changed, that has changed, but I mean, like, I still go into it with I've always been really green and deer in the headlights, and I also just assume that everybody hates us. Like, just kind of, I just go into it thinking that nobody likes this band. So I'm always every day that people show up to see a show, I'm just pleasantly surprised. So it's been 23 years of being very pleasantly surprised.
All right. So a very good friend of mine goes to a lot of your shows in Australia. His name's Chappie, and I asked him if he had a question for you, and this is what he came up with. The song "Thinking About You" by London Beat. Are you familiar with it? And if you are, would you ever consider doing a cover version of it?
Is it? I've been thinking about you. Burr, 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 burr. Totally. Totally.
Excellent. All right.
Yeah.
There's one for the
Yeah,
future then.
that's way up my street.
Excellent. Yeah, I think that's why he asked it. Yeah, brilliant. Oh, that's so good. All right, he'll be buzzing off that. Yeah, thanks for that question, Chappie.
You're listening to the mixtape.
The mixtape is brought to you in association with Giglist. Giglist is your one-stop shop for all your live events. If you're looking to get out and experience some live music, you can filter by artist, venue, suburb, or date. If you are an artist, it will take you less than a minute to list your gig for free on the website. The mixtape brought to you in association with Giglist. Gigs in a list. All right, let's go into the mixtape track choices then, Dick. So you are, I think, the fourth person ever to be a second time around guest. So I've got a second set of track choices from the first one, which I'm calling the B-side. So the B-side mixtape track, it kicks off with, what was the first song you ever learned to sing or play?
First song, I don't know, play. I started out as a drummer, and so like play, I want to say I go back to like maybe playing Rio by Duran Duran. I was like, when I got my drum set, that album was out, and I was playing like Men at Work and Excess and Duran Duran. So I want to say it was Rio by Duran Duran.
Yeah.
Maybe something by The Police as well. As far as singing, I think it was definitely I Am the Walrus. Like when I was, the Beatles were the first band I got into, and the lyrics for I'm the Walrus just I thought were so funny. Like I was a 4 or 5 year old kid, and just man, you've been a naughty girl, you let your knickers down. Like yeah, it's funny no matter what age you are, but like it's like I thought it was great.
Semolina Pilchard's climbing up the Eiffel Tower.
Right,
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what the hell is a Semolina Pilcher, and yeah, all of it, and then Day in the Life too. I was like, all the holes in the Albert Hall, like I had nightmares about that. Like I was like just like thinking about this like giant hall with all these holes in it, and like,
This one's a little bit deep. If Dick Valentine was a song, what song would he be?
Send in the Clowns.
Great one. That is a great one. I love it when mixtape track choices come up that are like, super left field. I think I can't remember the guy's name now, but he's the singer from Drowning Pool. And his shower song was the theme from the Muppet Show.
Oh yeah.
So I played that on the show. Like when it's a bit left field choices like that, I love. All right, track 3. Dick, what's your favourite duet or collaboration?
It's. I mean, I was trying to. It's the obvious one is Love Lifts Us Up Where We Belong. Joe Cocker, Jennifer Warnes. Yeah. I mean, Joe Cocker. Like, yeah, you can't describe it, and just he's not insane, but like his performance is insane, and his voice is incredible, and I that's the song I sing in the shower is his performance on that. Yeah. Like who sings like that? It's so fucking great.
I know, yeah. Fantastic artist. I remember watching that movie as a kid. Great scene and yeah, phenomenal. Like that is your classic 80s ballad for me. Like that is just like right up there. Like yeah, it's a great one.
Yeah, it's a great song. Yeah, their voices blend really well. Yeah, it made you it made you want to get into that type of music, like easy listening, kind of thing. It like sold me on the value of easy listening.
Track 4 of the B-side mixtape, Dick, what is your favourite track from a live album?
Not even a question. Everything Counts. Depeche Mode 101. Like just watching, like it's a fucking jam, and just like Dave just worked the crowd, and like that made me want to be a front man. Was just like watching Everything Counts off Depeche Mode 101. Just love it. Love it so much.
They're from my hometown in Essex. Yeah, we're from the same town. Yes, I'm a big
Basildon.
Basildon. Yeah. I'm a big Mode fan. I grew up just down the road from Basildon. Yeah, yes. And my friends,
business model. I mean, they would just like hop on they would just hop on that train with their synthesizers, going to London, and be home later that night. That's incredible. I was gonna say there's elements of Australian in your accent, but I didn't want to say anything.
I've been living here for 16 years now. Yeah, so I'm still got a little bit of it's going on. And my friend Stu, he's also a podcaster, and he's also the manager for a venue in Essex called the Pink Toothbrush. And Depeche Mode were the house band when they first sort of started there.
Real.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Oh, so good. Yeah. Really, really good. Amazing band. I read somewhere as well. It might have been, actually, Stu might have told me that a couple of years ago on their last tour, when Adele was touring and Ed Sheeran was touring, Depeche Mode was still the highest grossing band for ticket sales and revenue, like worldwide. They're just so huge, they're massive. Can't wait for them to come back to Australia.
I've been sold on them since 1990. I was working at the outdoor amphitheater, and they came in for the Violator tour for 2 nights. And I'd heard of them, I'm like 17, 18 years old, and it's just like, but what I saw, and like, I just like, that made me want to be in a band. That was the night I was like, I want to be him. And it's stayed with me for sure.
I had a very similar conversation about Depeche Mode with Scott Kirkland from the Crystal Method. Do you know them?
I know the name, man. Probably.
Yeah, so he does. You know the TV show Bones? Do you know that one?
I mean, I know of it. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, he does the theme tune to that, but he does a lot of collaborations and stuff as well. But that was same thing. Like, the first time he heard Depeche Mode, he's like, "That is what I want to do with my life." Such an influential band for sure. Great choice, mate. Great choice. Track 5, Dick, is a song for a road trip. If you were going on a road trip, mate, what song would you go to there?
The Gambler, Kenny Rogers.
Wow. Yeah, you caught me on the hop there.
I mean, it's just like you don't even have to remember the actual lyrics. You can just like sing along, drive it. It's like the gambler, he kept gambling.
That for me, that's a really huge personal song for me, for reasons I won't go into. But I think the life advice in that song is phenomenal. like know when to hold them, when to fold them. Like that's just, it's gambling, like obviously, terminology, but it relates to, so many things in life. And
Yeah.
oh God, I love that song so much. Such a great story. Yeah, phenomenal. That's the second time that track's been picked on the mixtape. The first time it
Oh,
was
yeah.
picked was by someone. Well, I did a live version of this show, and the person did a live cover version of it.
You know what that means? You know what that means? It means I'm normal. That means I fit in. That means I'm just like everybody else. Finally.
So when people pick Kenny Rogers on the show, I always direct them to, oh God, I've forgotten the name of the band now. But the songs, What Condition My Condition Was In. Oh my God, what's the name of that song, of that band?
Oh, I mean, I
But
know
they're
the
like,
song.
yeah, but Kenny Rogers fronts that band, and it's like it's a late '60s like acid trip of a song that you would
Wait, back it
never.
up. That's Kenny Rogers?
Yes, yes,
I had no
yes,
idea this whole time.
yeah. Is
Kenny
it the second edition or the third edition? I think they're called.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What Condition My Condition? That's Kenny Rogers fronting that band. Yeah, that's mad. I love that. That he went from that like to being Kenny Rogers. Yeah, brilliant, fantastic. All right, great choice, mate. Great choice.
I'm so glad I know that now. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's Kenny Rogers. Finally, and I was hesitant about putting this on the track 6 of the mixtape because it does end on a bit of a low note. But I imagine for you, Dick, you'll be very similar to me. It's not going to be some sort of maudlin, miserable song. But track 6, what song would you like played at your funeral, mate?
Well, it depends. I mean, I think a lot of people would. I don't know what would be. The Rose by Bette Midler. Absolutely, The Rose by Bette. Yeah, that's the most. I think it's the most beautiful song I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
So yeah. Let's go with that. I mean, it could be maudlin, but to me, it's uplifting.
Mine's Highway to Hell by AC/DC. That's the one I want. Yeah. That was
lick my love pump. That was called Lick My.
That's reminded me. I still haven't seen the second Spinal Tap movie yet. I thought about it the other day. I was like, I need to watch that movie. I haven't watched it yet. Great choice, mate. All right, we'll close it out, Dick, with a quick fire 5. And most of these are sort of centered around touring. I call it quick fire, but it doesn't have to be 1 or 2 word answers. You can expand on it a little bit if you want. So number 1 is what's on your tour ride, or anything weird or interesting?
Not really. I mean, so we're at a stage in life now where like half the band are social drinkers, but then half the band like don't drink anymore. So like what we do in the UK is what's on our tour rider is money. So it's like that's the fairest way of like the people who don't drink aren't getting hosed by those of us who do drink, like taking their money to buy or so yeah, money is on our rider, at least in the UK. In Australia, it's a lot of good Australian wines and and hummus. But yeah, that's about it. We try not to overdo it.
Right.
Socks. Sometimes we ask for socks because you can't. A lot of times when you're touring, you can't do laundry. There's no time to do laundry. You can wear the same shirt, you can wear the same underwear, but socks are kind of a deal breaker. Like if you can't get to the laundry and do socks, and you can't and there's no time to go to the store to buy socks, you're gonna need the venue to get you some socks. So sometimes we do that.
Oftentimes when I'm doing the show, in my head I'm thinking about clips and promo reels that I can put out on social media. Socks are a deal breaker. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
Right,
there you go. Socks are a deal breaker.
All right. Second one is: do you have a pre-show ritual?
Not at all.
Nothing.
Not
no ritual is the ritual.
Getting on the internet and looking at things. That's about it.
Okay. All right. And who would be your dream collaborator, alive or dead?
Dream collaborator. Wow. I mean, there's so many good ones in front of me. I don't know. I mean, I have a soft spot for Michael Hutchence. I always have. We share the same birthday. Yeah, I know he did that Max Q project, which was super cool. That was amazing stuff. So if I had, maybe like a duo with him, I could like call it Max Y, Max Z, something like that. Then that would have been super cool. But yeah, I have an affinity for that guy.
Excellent choice. What's your favorite city to play live, Dick?
Favorite city to play live? Madrid.
Great one. What is it about Madrid that you love, mate? Weather?
I think I don't know what it is. It's like every time I've been on stage in Madrid, I feel like Nick Cave. So that's it.
That's good enough.
Something about that. Something about this. I feel like I'm in Wings of Desire, and it's nice. It's a nice feeling.
One great one. And finally, in a quick 5, if you could time travel to see one concert in history, which concert would you choose?
Well, I went to I saw Depeche Mode in 1990 for the Violator tour, so I've already done that. Yeah, I mean, I'll start where we'll end where it began with the Beatles. I mean, maybe the Shea Stadium show. I mean, that would be pretty incredible to have seen. I think that was two years before I was born, but yeah, I'll go with that one. That'd be pretty cool.
No, excellent choice, mate. Okay, as we said at the start of the show, Electric Six Great Hits tour coming to Australia, kicking off the tour on the 12th of March at Roseman Hotel, 13th of March down in Freo at the Freo Social. It's metropolistouring.com for tickets and info. Dick, safe travels down under, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting to you for a second time. I'm really looking forward to the show, mate, and take care. Have a good one, buddy.
We'll see you there. Thank you so much.
Thanks, mate. Cheers, Dick. See you later, mate.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to the Mixtape podcast. If you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to go to the top of the page and rate it 5 stars, or give us a like or follow on social media at the Mixtape podcast and radio show. Don't forget, there's over 100 archive episodes just waiting to be discovered. And all you need to do is visit themixtapepodcast.com. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time.